Serving their community is who they are because they love where they live. REMAX 3D Real Estate is proud to bring you Heart of Royse City, a video series dedicated to celebrating all the wonderfully great things about Royse City, Texas. On every episode, Denisha Denny will share Royse City's story through the stories of the people who call Royse City home. This is Heart of Royse City.
Thank you so much for watching Heart of Royse City, where we get to hear the stories behind the wonderfully great people of our community. I asked Janet Nichol, the mayor of Royse City, to come on our show because of her heart and love for our community. I saw that the very first time I met her. Here's my conversation with Mayor Janet Nichol. Hey y'all, I'm Denisha Denny, your host of Heart of Royse City. Today we are sitting downtown at the Well in Royse City with our very own mayor, Janet Nichol. Thank you so much, Janet, for joining us today.
You're so welcome. I love to talk about Royse City.
Oh, I know. Like when you talk about Royse City, your eyes just light up and they just set on fire.
Yes.
So, well, I recently actually got to know you at the Chamber Luncheon, just maybe a month ago?
About a month ago.
I saw you there and I was like, I have to meet the mayor. And I'm so glad I got to meet you that day.
Thank you.
And then you brought me for ice cream a couple of weeks later. We finally got to meet and sit down to have ice cream.
Right here on Main Street.
Yes, of course. We all have to come to Main Street as often as we can.
Exactly.
Well, and after that, I found out that your husband was in real estate and I'm in real estate. So we had to have that conversation.
Yes.
And got to meet him and had Ed join us and come on over.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
awesome.
One of the things I've noticed about you and I, we just connect. And when you and I decide we're going to do something, we just tend to do it.
We're going to get it done.
Yes, we are. So I am honored that you agreed to come onto the show, Heart of Royse City. And the purpose of our show is for the community to get to know the people that live and work here and to really get to know the community of Royse City. Some people have lived here all their lives and some people are just arriving. And so I love this opportunity to have people come and share their story. So Mayor, if you would share with us, where did you grow up? Give us a little timeline on your life.
Wow. I grew up right here in Royse City. I've never left.
You're a hometown girl.
I'm a hometown girl. I was raised right here on Peterson Street, just about 2 blocks away from Main Street. Rode my bicycle on Main Street. At that time, we could ride it on the sidewalk. You can't do that anymore. But yes, grew up right here in Royse City. Royse City Independent School District is my alma mater, and so very proud to be a part of that as well. But yes, Royse City's been my hometown my whole life.
When you were growing up, did you think you would ever be the mayor? Did you ever have those dreams
No.
and aspirations?
No, I didn't. I did not. I'd always said when my kids got out of high school, because they kept us so busy with football, basketball, baseball. I mean, and my husband and I ran the concession stand at the football games for 11 years. And when my last one got out of high school, I thought, I'm going to get involved in the city and serve. So in 95, I ran for council. I lost by 11 votes.
It's funny you still remember that.
I do. And but there was a lady on the council that was ready to move on, and I think she ended up moving. So they asked me to take her spot.
Oh, wow.
And so I served from 95 to 2005. And then I got back on the council in 2009. And when I got back on in 2009, I had my mind made up then. I want to be the mayor.
Wow.
I want to be the mayor. So,
what made you want to do that? What was that aha moment that you're like, in 2009, I want to be the mayor?
Because I love this city. I love this city so much. But I don't know. I just thought maybe I could make a change and do some good things. So.
And you certainly have. So what year did you become the mayor?
In 2015.
Okay.
So I'm on my 3rd term. This term will be up in 21, which is next year in May. I do plan on running again. We've just got so many things going on, and I want to be a part of what we got started. So, Royse City's growing. When I grew up here, there was 1,200 people.
1,200
people. I graduated with 32 in my class. In the 90s, my kids all graduated with 90, 95. So, even in the 90s, it began to grow. But when I was on the council the first time, we had 2,200 people in Royse City. In 2005, when I got off, we hit that 5,000 mark. And we just thought, oh my gosh, there's 5,000 people in Royse City. I know. And so when I got back on in 2009, there was 11,000. And today we're looking at right at 15,000.
15,000.
So, yeah.
That's
so
incredible.
It is
in a very
incredible.
short period of time, really.
It is.
In the big picture.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad you're planning to run again. One of my favorite things that you do is on social media and the Mayor Minutes.
Yeah.
I love those. In fact, I'm like, how does she have the time?
Well, let me tell you, that came to me. Let me tell you how that came to me.
Let's hear it. How did that happen?
I was on the interstate, and I'm thinking, how can I be transparent with people? Because if I were in this community, I would want to know what's going on. I would want to know what's being built there, or what are they doing on that spot, or why is the dirt turned up there, or whatever. And I thought, how can I be transparent to everybody? So I talked to a friend of mine, and I said, I'm thinking about starting a mayor's page, and then I can just keep people informed. So I talked to the city manager about it, and he said, yeah, it's a great idea. He said, you probably won't leave it up very long because you probably you may get your feelings hurt or something. I went, nah. I said, it'll be fine. And yeah, I started it in 2015, and we still got it. So
it's awesome. I mean, I even love the traffic updates.
Yeah.
That you give.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have just one thing that you focus on. It is literally everything about Royse City.
I just feel like that, the traffic updates, if you're fixing to leave your house at 8 o'clock in the morning and this is going on, you need to know.
That's great.
But, with all the building we've got going on and we have so many new people in town.
Yes.
And, they can jump on there and find out what's going on.
Where do you get a lot of your information?
City Hall.
City Hall, okay.
I've got a great...
I'm like, she's got an inside track somewhere.
I got a great staff. We have, our city manager is absolutely awesome. He's a real people person. I don't know, he's a great leader. And I depend on him a lot. We have our staff that he's put together is absolutely awesome. So I can really ask any of them. And of course, we have our own city attorney and say, can I do this or can I not do that? Or,
is he on speed dial?
He's on speed dial. He is. He's on speed dial. But yeah, we just got a great team, and it just takes all of us. And the council itself, awesome. We have an awesome council.
You can really tell that everyone works together.
We do. Rarely do we ever. I mean, we disagree, but not like we don't get into any type of arguments or anything like that. Like some, we disagree, but we work it out. We do, and we've got such a diversity on our council. We've got 1885 Barbershop. We've got Ellis Insurance. We've got Bruce Bradley, that's an ex football coach at Royse City. We've got a realtor. We've got a guy that's got his own business, and we've got somebody from the school district. So it is. It's really good. It's really good. So we've got some input from every area.
And I think that's so good. Having that diversity, I think, actually makes you better because it brings all perspectives.
It does.
And you don't get narrow-minded because someone's bringing new ideas.
Right.
And you can truly come together with that synergy and mastermind and really come up with a great plan.
Right.
So what are some of your challenges that you've had as the mayor and even maybe as some of the community decisions and those sorts of things?
I guess one of our challenges really is the road work that we need in Old Town Royse City. And it takes money, and people don't understand that until the businesses get here and the people get here, there's not money to do that. So it's kind of like building the school before the kids come,
right.
Or building the football field before there's anybody to play on it. We've got to have the sales tax here and stuff to get these roads done, but it's not something that we ignore. I mean, absolutely, like I said, I've lived here my entire life, and I've driven on bumpy roads a lot, but we're working on it, and I think people think that's something that gets ignored, but it's not. I mean, it's something, it's kind of a challenge to get that going and get, it seems like once you get started, then there's another problem with that street. I mean,
right.
There's sewer, water, everything that's under that cement that you've got to get it all out and get it. It's not just going in and fixing a street.
Right. And I think sometimes you forget especially in the original town.
Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
Old infrastructure's there, and you don't think about the fact, man, that's 50 years old or older, and you have to replace it.
Right.
It's not just patching it anymore.
No.
And that costs a lot of money.
It does.
To do that. And the great thing is all the development that's going on in Royse City that will eventually bring that tax base.
And all the businesses that are coming. We've got Buc-ee's, of course,
yes.
and they've brought a lot to the city, and a lot of things are going on, around where he is in 2642, And of course, our Main Street is absolutely awesome. That's my passion, of course.
It is.
It
it
is.
is. And it's just growing.
Used to ride my horse down Main Street.
Did you really?
Did. We can do
I
that
think
then.
you need to bring your horse back.
Yeah, right.
Take another ride.
But we just, it's just so many memories and so much that, I just love the people here.
That was going to be one of my questions for you.
Yeah.
What is it that you love about Royse City?
The people here. It's, everybody's so genuine. Even the new people that have moved in, they've all just kind of fit in. If there is an issue and somebody needs help, this community pulls together like no other. It's just amazing that people just come out of the woodwork and help others. Never have we had an issue that people just don't help. And, we've got American Legion here in Royse City now that are helping all of our veterans and homeless and different things like that. So it's just, it's a great community to be a part of.
You brought up the homeless. What is the city of Royse City doing about the homeless population? Is there a shelter here? Is there something?
We don't,
for
and
them?
we really don't have an issue. I know that American Legion is working with some homeless that I guess they're veterans is what I'm thinking, and which is really sad.
It really is.
Because to me, when they get out of the service, they should have the very best. But
Absolutely.
working with them and we all pull together on things they need and stuff. And the churches always pitch in and make sure everybody's fed and has things they need.
Right.
So.
And that's another part of the community and people pulling together to do
Yeah.
that. What is something that you've done during the term that maybe you were on city council or while you've been mayor that you can say that is the one thing I'm the most proud about?
Wow, there's lots of things.
Well, you can tell me. You
There's
can have
lots
more
of
than
things.
one.
Well, I'm real into, getting involved in. I'm on the Main Street board, so being involved with Main Street board and last year we started this thing called Red Nosed Bulldog, and the Methodist Church started it, and we got with the school district, and the school district saw families in need for Christmas, and they got the names, and we didn't know a lot about who they were or whatever, but we got together toys. It was so much fun. We got together toys, and we had a wrapping night, and we all met at the Methodist Church, and the families would come in and wrap gifts that we had bought for their family.
For their children.
Yeah, it was so neat. So I'm so proud to be a part of that, and we're going to do that again this year. Maybe a little bit different, than we did last year, but
Did they submit like requests?
they
or
did.
Details?
We got them through the school,
Okay.
and we got what the kids wanted, what sizes they wore. And so families. We had just people come out and just, like I said, they're always coming out of the woodwork to help. So it was very successful.
How did you raise the funds to do that?
We I went out and bought, for
you just
kids.
bought it as an
We did it
individual
for
and-
individual. Yes, we did it that way. So
That's great. So people in the community could buy for
kids.
specific students.
They were
and-
given a family.
Okay.
Just say they were given a
Like an
family
angel
of 5.
tree, sort of?
Mhm, sort of like that. They were given a family, say they were a family of 5, and they went and picked gifts that this family wanted and put them in a big bag and put like whatever number that was on that card when they got it and brought it up to the church. And then on wrapping night, the parents got to come in and go through and make sure the sizes fit and all that and help wrap the gifts. So it was really, really, really
How
neat.
special. So
It
then
was.
do they give it to their children on Christmas Eve?
They do.
And they open
They
it Christmas
do.
Day? Oh,
Yeah, it was
that is an
really
awesome
neat.
program.
Really, really neat. So
how many kids do you think came through that system?
I think we had like 119 or something like that last
that's
year.
A lot.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blessings
It is.
that got to
It
happen.
is. And
for
it was so
Christmas.
rewarding just to see the families and, saying thank you so much. But there were so many people involved in organizing it and stuff. But it was really, really neat.
That's special.
To be a part of that was very neat.
I'm sure.
And something else that we did that really touches me, when COVID hit, of course we don't like to even hear that word, but when COVID hit this year, we're thinking, our businesses have got to close down. They can do takeout only. How's this going to affect them? Just like broke my heart to drive down Main Street and Main Street be empty. And so we're trying to think of a way that we could help them. And our city attorney looked at me and he said, there's got to be a way that we can help through the CDC. Maybe there are funds that we can do. So He talked to CDC director and then got with us, and between CDC board and the council and the city, we were able to set aside some money, and so they could apply for the money to help them get through this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was so awesome.
That's so cool.
I
to
know,
be able
to be part of that.
Be a part of that.
Within 3 weeks, I think we were handing checks out to those. And amazingly enough, our businesses did great. They did. I even had one business say, I think I'm just going to close during this 2-week period, which ended up being 5.
Oh.
And so I was so glad he didn't. But he said, I think I'm going to close during this time. And I said, no, don't do that. I said, no. I said, we're going to have help, And so they stayed open. Well, a couple of weeks I went down and, how's it going? And he said, I looked at last year on this day, and I looked at this year, and we actually did better this year than we did last year.
Wow,
through
that's
all of
incredible.
That. So
That's
the people
awesome.
in Royse City just came out and
And look
supported.
at that. You had that one conversation with him that changed the course.
Yeah,
Because he
just-
was headed on one track.
He was. He just
and
said,
you
I
were
think
placed
was,
in front of him.
no, yeah, no, don't do
Your
that.
passion came out like,
Yeah.
no, don't close.
But it's the people of Royse City just came out and still are, and supporting the businesses and all over town, not just Main Street, but all over town. So
Something that I've heard you say, and you've said it directly to me, and I've heard you say it to a group of people. You always try to eat in Royse City. If you were going to
always.
eat, and you're like, if I eat anywhere else, I feel like I'm cheating on
I
Royse City.
I do.
leaving
Shopping
them
or
out.
anything. I mean, I feel like I'm cheating, and I really don't do that. I really don't do it much. I don't shop anywhere much either. We've got so many neat boutiques here
Yes.
and stores that I really don't.
And I think that says a lot because you are practicing what you're preaching.
Right.
What's in your heart is what you're doing in your everyday life.
I just want to see them do great.
Yes.
I do. And I think there's a lot of people here too that have the same.
You can
feeling.
feel it when you walk down the streets on Main Street. People are smiling. People say hello to you.
Yeah.
It's so friendly when you're here.
It is, and we have such a unique atmosphere, but we have a really good relationship with our school district, and that makes everything happen. With our churches, we've got a church alliance that comes out and helps with things that we do at the police department or the fire department or whatever we need. They jump in and help. So we've kind of, we've got all of our organizations are all in under one umbrella, you would say.
I've noticed your Chamber of Commerce is very
They
active
are.
too.
They are. The girls are very good about, as you see, pushing
Yes.
the businesses and supporting the businesses as well. They do a great job.
They really do.
They do a great job.
I have you guys on favorites, and so when I open up my Facebook, Mayor Minutes and the Royse City Chamber,
Right,
and so
right.
I feel like I stay right on top of
The
what's
girls are
going on.
always. It's something every day, that they post, and they work. I mean, they work hard to help the
do.
businesses.
They
with
do.
and through the whole COVID thing too, they were really pushing and putting menus on site that people could see what everybody had and when they were open and stuff like that. So it's great. It really is.
That's awesome.
We have an awesome community.
So what are some projects you can talk about that are coming for the future?
Well, do you want to hear everything that's coming to Main Street in the next little bit? And
I want to hear everything you will tell me.
Okay. Sessions Barbecue, which is down west of Royse City.
It's a gorgeous building.
Oh, yes.
I
It's
love
beautiful.
it. It's so unique.
He's looking at probably middle to end of October. I went in the other day and took pictures actually, and it's real barbecue-y looking on the inside. It's really cute. But they're going to do very well. And he's going to
Yes.
have an outdoor area, games for kids to play, music venue and stuff like that. We've got Native Station over here on the corner that is kind of in a lull right now. They're waiting on some material and stuff to get started back, but that's going to be an awesome place. We're going to have outdoor things there as well, music there, and a farmer's market will be there on the weekend, so
Oh,
that'll be really
fun.
neat. Thirsty Bros down at the end of the street is getting his building ready. He took our fire station, and he is making a really unique looking place out of that as well. It's going to be really cool because it's still got the look of the fire station, and it's going to be really cool. He'll have a outdoor area there as well. So we're going to have music all over Main Street.
What will they have there? Is that a brewery?
It's a brewery,
Okay.
yeah, and eventually he will have a restaurant there as well. Yeah,
That's really cool. So they're going to take that whole fire station feel
They are.
and look.
And
That'll
down
be
on
fun.
the end, I can't say a whole lot about it, but down on the end where CarQuest was, that has sold.
Okay.
And I've seen what it's going to look like. and it's going to be awesome. So hoping to have some retail there, possibly, a restaurant as well. Going to be great parking, stuff like that. So
That was
it's
going to
be
be
neat.
one of my questions. With all of the growth
I
that's
know.
going on, where are we going to park?
We've got parking at Sessions. He will have parking there that people can walk down if they need. We just tore down the lumberyard behind the south side of Main Street, and that will be 43 parking spots. So that's
good.
it's already marked now, so it's ready to go. But so yeah, parking's an issue right now for sure. I mean, you can park at City Hall or
Right.
police department or wherever, but
We find a place.
we do. We find a place. I mean, I've walked from one end of town to the other, but that doesn't bother me.
No.
But we have a place too coming in just across the street from the well. It's I don't know that I really can say the name of it yet.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay.
But it's going to be really neat, and it's going to have music and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty neat
That's
place
really
too.
cool.
So, yeah, Main Street's just crazy.
It
It
is.
really is.
It really is.
We've got a salon that's coming right behind Main Street here. It's a beautiful building. We've seen.
Is it
the
a new
looks of
construction building?
It is a new
Okay.
construction. It is, and it's going to be really pretty.
That's
really
exciting.
Nice.
Will they keep with the same kind of downtown feel, or is it something
The-
different?
It's different. It's
Okay.
a little bit different, and that's okay because it's not on Main Street, but it's
Right.
different. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's
So,
exciting.
yeah.
That is so neat.
We have some new boutiques that have just opened. We have Bee Fly right down the street here that just opened. We've got a new one down the street as well that just opened a couple of weeks ago. So, and just neat things. So you really don't have to leave Royse City
You
to go buy
don't.
stuff.
And one of the things that I noticed even today, there aren't vacant spaces.
There's nothing on
I
Main
mean,
Street.
it's just it's full, and I guess that's too why there's so much hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
That goes, and each shop is different. Even though they're boutiques, they all offer such
They
different
they are
pieces
different.
and different things.
We've got LaRue that's not on Main Street. She's down behind Guarantee Bank, and just she's been on Main Street before, but got a really neat place there too. So we've got several boutiques around town to shop in.
That's
And,
really neat.
Of course, we've got the area of Walmart that's really growing. Starbucks just opened, as you
Yes.
very well know. I'm not a coffee drinker, so but they got other things too.
They do.
But we've got Texas Health that's going to be joining in that building with them. Taco Bueno's coming. And just a lot of neat things. Now, a lot of people get discouraged when I post things about fast food and want to know, when are we going to get sit-down restaurants? Well, they look at the numbers to be somewhere between 18 and 2,200.
Right.
22,000.
22,000.
22,000. So, we're not quite there yet,
Right.
but I'm going to say in the next 5 years we'll be really close. So.
It will come.
It will.
It really
will.
will.
And these things come first. I mean, they
They
did in
do.
Rockwall, and they did in Greenville
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
The fast food comes first, and then you get the.
It does, and right now, I know you mentioned this the other day at the chamber luncheon. How many housing projects are going on and houses that are projected right now?
We've got 1,400 right now, but there's 9,000 in the works.
In the works.
Yeah.
And that changes the entire landscape.
It does.
100%.
It really does.
And what I love that the city is doing is you are making a plan for that.
We are, like I said a while ago, we've got a great management at City Hall, and we plan very carefully. And we've got a really neat thing going on right now. Of course, I'm all about the parks too, but if a builder comes and they buy a huge area and they're not going to have a park or something like that, they pay park fees so that we can put that towards a park in the city that everybody can enjoy. So a lot of developers are doing that, as well.
That's a great idea.
It is, yeah. It's really neat. We've got a new development on 35 and 2453 that has actually given us some soccer fields, so that's very
Awesome.
welcome
Yes.
to have. So anyway, it all comes together.
It
A lot
does.
of planning, a lot of meetings.
I know you stay busy, and then you still have a business yourself.
I do.
I mean,
I do.
it appears you're the full-time mayor, and you don't have any other jobs. But
No,
tell
that's
everyone
not true.
about your
My real job,
your real job, the
my-
one that pays the
My
bills.
job that makes money, yes. I've had a daycare in Royse City for like 48 years.
48 years.
48 years. I've got kids now that have turned 50 that I got when they were 2. But
That's incredible.
that again is so rewarding because to have these kids come back, and what's really cool about it is I've got their kids. So that it's really neat.
That
It's
is
just like
so
a
cool.
big family. But yes, it's very rewarding. And if anybody would ever ask me, how do you do it, or why do you do it, or whatever. That's, God gave me that talent. I mean, I don't think everybody can work with kids, but He gave me that talent, and it's so rewarding to me. I mean, people are leaving the biggest gift of ever with me.
Yes.
So
That's
feel
an honor.
Yes,
That's
it is.
a huge honor.
It is a huge honor, and it's a huge responsibility. It really is. I mean, somebody drops off their 6-week-old baby and entrusts you with it. So, it's a huge honor, but it's so rewarding to see these kids grow up and come back and, oh, I loved it when we did this, and I used to play in that backyard and stuff like that. It's so neat.
That's really special.
It is.
Well,
neat.
and that just shows your heart. I mean, to be able to be in that business for that many years, you have to have a huge heart, and it has rolled over into your position as the mayor, and for loving your community with your whole heart.
Yeah.
And I love that so much. So do you have a project that you're working on, or that when you get done, when you're finished being mayors, there's something that you hope you close that chapter out with and say, that was a project that was near and dear to my heart that we made happen?
Oh, wow. There's so many.
Because I know you have your own, you've got to have a list over here of things that, your wish list. It's kind of like your wish list for Royse City.
My wish list, okay, what I would like to see before, and I don't know if it'll happen before I'm gone or not because it takes so much money, I would like a big park with that foamy ground that they put on there that's so comfy.
Yes.
With everything covered so that kids can go and play, whether it's raining or whether it's cold or what it is, because kids need to be outside.
They do.
And I would love to have that happen real soon. And
That's
that takes a lot of money. So,
what kind of money?
but
have
probably
you
a million.
That?
Probably a
to do that?
million. Yeah. Probably
Okay.
so. But I would love for it to be centrally located so that everybody can use it and enjoy it. Yeah.
And that's something that generations to come can use.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And
I mean, I was excited when we got the splash park. I mean, that was, that was great. But I would love something just really big like that families can go and enjoy for a long time.
That's awesome. But you know what? You've talked about the people in this community. And when that time is right to start that project, you're going to have the people come forward that want to participate and be a part of that.
We will.
That's so awesome. I have enjoyed our conversation so much. I have one final question for you.
Uh-oh.
Here it is. Here we go. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received, and how have you applied it?
Listen to people. They want to talk. They want to be heard. And that's what I do. I'm all about transparency. I feel like if it were me, I would want to know, and I would want to have somebody that would talk to me. And even if it's just to vent, they want to be heard. Right. And I'll sit and listen anytime.
I love that about you, and you have been. You will talk to anyone about any time. You're an open book, and
I will.
And that says a lot. And you know what? That also says how you've been able to be mayor this long. Because if you weren't that way, your term would not have continued.
No, it's I'm willing to listen to anyone and any kind of problems, and if I can fix them, we will. To me, no is not an answer. I mean, there's a solution.
Yes.
Now, it may not be the solution that you're looking for.
Right.
But no is not always the answer.
Right. I've learned a long time ago, just sometimes we're just quick to say no.
Yes.
And you have to step back and say, why am I saying no?
Right, exactly.
Or what is another option or another alternative to that?
There's always a solution.
Yes.
There is.
That's so true.
Is.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor. It was such an honor to have you on our show today. So
Thank you
it
very
means
much.
a lot that you took the time. And again, your actions are speaking exactly what you preach. And thank you for sharing your heart, and thank you for putting yourself out there. That's a hard thing to do sometimes, to put yourself out there in front of everyone.
It's fun.
And you do it gracefully.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching Heart of Royse City. This video series, which is designed to celebrate Royse City, Texas, is spearheaded by REMAX 3D Real Estate.